Hello, my lovelies, and welcome back to Allotment of the Dead. So, I thought I'd take an opportunity today and give you a bit of a tour around everything that's going on again. I'm doing these probably about twice a month at the moment, these kind of tour videos, because everything changes so quickly at this time of year. We're into that kind of middle to late summer, and all of the things like chilies and stuff like that will be really putting out the fruit in earnest now. And the polytunnels, both polytunnels I've got going here, are no exception to that. 300 plants, and they're doing really well. And I think I can probably taste a lot of the chilies that are going on in these polytunnels right now. There's also lots of other stuff going on. The pumpkins doing really well. The cotcher's doing really well. I've harvested some really nice beans. Courgettes still continuing to give me plenty of fruit, and the pumpkins at this end as well, the Atlantic Giant. It's doing okay. It's not very big at the moment, but we've got till hopefully the end of October before we can, I guess, do some measurements and things like that of that. The giant onions, not so good. They were probably quite late into the ground. They were also not really fed a great deal. And there's a lot of already kind of, I guess the tops have died off, so I need to probably harvest them because they're not going to do anything else now. But there are still some, or at least a couple, with some top growth on them. So I'm probably going to leave them and see what happens. But as we go round, I'll show you what's going on and you give me some advice maybe. I think at the moment, majority of people are harvesting their onions. So I'm probably going to have to do that at some point. But I'll show you. We'll start at the other end for a change, and we'll kind of walk through. I'll do everything except the polytunnels. I'll do a separate polytunnel tour and hopefully give you a rundown through the chilies and things that are happening in there. The melons are almost due, almost ready for harvest. One of them, Rich Sweetness, the melons are only about this sort of size, and it's been kind of throwing them off. They've been ripening really quickly, maybe because of the heat. And I've got some really nice melons that I've had, albeit not very big, quite small. I'll show you when we get to those. But so far, so good. Right, let me grab the camera and we'll start at the other end of the plot and we'll get to showing you what's going on. Okay, God blimey, so hot today. Right, we're going to start at the top of the plot today. Okay, let me just see if we've got any. Oh, we might have. Let me just show you the mulberry. Bear with. Okay, so this is the mulberry tree doing really well, and you can see we've got some fruit. Absolutely gorgeous fruit. That's slightly a little bit red still. It should go black really before you start eating them, but oh, so good. It's by far probably one of the best tasting berries that you can get. Okay, so this is, let me just kind of show you an overview to start with of the area that is the vertical pumpkin patch. I have got things growing up already, and you can see there's a nice candy roaster squash. The hanging baskets have been a bit mixed this year. The flowers always do well. This vanilla nemesia at head height, absolutely gorgeous smell, that vanilla smell. But the and the melons, I think they've done okay. So we've got some nice melons growing here still. Let me see if I can figure out which variety this is. So this is the Maduras. Nice small melons. The tomatoes, on the other hand, look at that for a bedraggled plant. And the cucumbers, I won't be growing cucumbers in hanging baskets next year. I have got some in the ground as well, and they're doing okay. But this sweet pea tomato is absolutely gorgeous. tiniest little berries, tiniest little tomatoes on them, but it's like a burst of flavour all in one go. All right, we've got pumpkins hanging, so there's another one there, and we've got another candy roaster there with a nice pumpkin hanging above that. This here is a butter bush squash. Again, I've tried to grow it in a hanging basket. I think I need to give it a feed. I'll give that a feed today, but we've got one so far. Maybe there'll be more. I'll give it a feed today and see what happens. The tamarillo, I've got 2 pots of tamarillo here. I got them to be quite a large plant last year, but they didn't really give me any fruit. So I think, hopefully, maybe they'll give some fruit this year. We'll see what happens. The smell, that peanut butter smell from the leaves is fantastic though. This here needs a bit of a good watering. I've got some scallop squashes, Gerber custard. There is a tromboncino there, and we've got another one here. So that one's doing okay. And a nice Victor squash. You can see these nice wrinkles all over it. Doing okay. The nipple plant, again, needs a water. These ones take so much water. Didn't realise. But yeah, they're absolutely lethal. But there's your fruit. You can see one behind there as well. The fruit of the nipple plant. These hopefully will go bright yellow. They should be quite a wonder to behold. Again, you can't eat this particular fruit. At least I don't think you can. I'll need to do a bit more reading on it, I think, just to see. We've got some more squashes growing, doing okay. Again, this powdery mildew on the leaves a little bit. I'm going to give them a bit of a feed, I think. Generally, I think all the pumpkins here will need a bit of a feed. And I need to cut out the blackberries. So the blackberries will need all the old canes chopping out. You can see that nice blue banana squash there. Doing okay. And that little fella there is a shark's fin squash, or shark's fin gourd. Doing really well. I've got another one further down. I'll show you that one as well. Right. Let's have another wander. So we've got a few more pumpkins growing either side. But say the blackberries have well and truly gone over now. That banana gourd is banana squash doing okay. Right, and we've got a couple of wrinkly ones there kicking along. The beans, these runner beans, are doing really well. So we've got Rhonda Black, and we've got just kind of a normal, I think it was called Empress or something like that, runner bean on here. Few to harvest now, so we'll come and harvest a few of these before they get tough. But yeah, really nice raw. The sweet corn is well and truly kind of flowering and dropping its pollen and stuff. And we've got something growing there, albeit not very big. Sorry, a bit of bean went down the wrong way there, I think. Has been okay. I've harvested most of the the field beans from there, so I've got the Independence beans there to harvest. So there's a few of those, and these absolutely gorgeous red beans we've got here. Let me have a look. It was the, yeah, so these are the Trail of Tears beans. So these are the ones that are going to be really jet black inside, so we'll wait for those to dry off. The Trail of Tears was where they took a group of indigenous people in America and made them walk quite a long distance, and a lot of them died in the process away from their land. But yeah, these Trail of Tears beans are kind of one of the significant. It's one of the ways that they basically look back on that day, unfortunately. The Akocha doing okay still. Plenty of fruit coming on these. So, as I say, the other name for these, Jenny's got some of these growing. I'm not sure whether, have you eaten any yet, Jenny? Let me know. Let me know what you think. You can harvest them quite small. You can let them get a bit bigger and stuff them with meat and rice and things like that, and they do really, really nice. You can use them anywhere where you'd use a green pepper. Leaves look a little bit like marijuana. Always makes a bit of a talking point on the plot. My giant onions, you can see there, majority of them are now gone over. So I will be basically harvesting most of them now, I think. There's not much point carrying on with them. I think I might try and throw some fennel in there. I tried fennel before, didn't give me much luck, but maybe this time. We'll see what happens. Got the gorgeous flowers on the oleander. Doing really, really well. At least that one is. This other one, bought at the same time. Again, that's not great, is it? I think we've got some disease on that one. If you've got any ideas what that might be, let me know. How do I rectify it? Do I just cut out the disease bits? We'll see. So these are the actual ALC ones. So I've got one in the middle there that is still growing, I think. And we're going to leave that. And then I'll probably harvest all the other ones that haven't got any green shoots on them anymore. And we'll see how that looks. Out the front there, we've got some wandering onions, which are really good for stir fries and things. So I might harvest some of those as well. Right, the other snake's fin gourd, or shark's fin gourd. Did I say snake's fin? Shark's fin gourd is there. So we'll probably have to harvest that one at some point. But yeah, I'm not sure what to do with it. Most gourds, I think you can stew them, fry them, roast them, do all sorts of things with them. The other thing I know I need to harvest is the sweet peas. So I need to harvest those before they start exploding on me and dispersing the seeds wherever they want. That being said, it's probably not a bad thing having a few self-dispersed sweet peas. This little fella is a shoe fly. So Solanum species. Let me see if I can get down so you can actually see these absolutely gorgeous little flower heads that are on the top. You get these lovely little purple, kind of purple violet flowers, also called the apple of Peru. This one, really quite a pretty plant. Called shoe fly as well, because it's supposed to keep the flies away from well, supposed to keep flies away from your plants, a bit like black fly and stuff like that. It's supposed to keep them away. Not sure how useful it's been for that, because I had it with my brassicas last year and it really didn't do much at all. And I've got pumpkins pretty much everywhere. Oh, with a nice spider on it, that one. Nice little spider. My Atlantic giant pumpkin is there. Oh, tiny little thing. But, you know, potential. That's what they say. It's alive. So it's good. The other nipple plant here, I don't think I keep forgetting it. It's just that, well, okay, I keep forgetting it. It needs water. It needs a lot of water, these. So, not doing as good as the other one, but hopefully it'll be all right. The melon pear. We have got some melon pears on it. So they are going to be something different to try and taste. And the rosella is just now starting to get some flowers. So these red bits here are the bits that you actually harvest for making jam and things like that. So rosella jam is absolutely gorgeous. So I'll try that this year if I get some decent flowers on here, but we'll see. I've just given it a bit of a feed and we'll see what happens. My area here is looking a bit worse for wear. The vertical garden is bedraggled. The nasturtium have gone over a bit, but that's okay. I think we're getting towards the end of the season for most things like that. The cilantro I've got there, so far it's not really gone to seed. I don't think you see it there, but I've got some new stuff to go in, so that needs to be planted. The mandrake, crikey, that needs a bit of water. I've got 2 mandrake plants. I want to plant them outside into one of the poison gardens, but yeah, I've not managed it yet. And I've got some basil growing still. So that big plant there is actually a pineapple sage, and the smell of that is gorgeous. And my absolute lunatic asylum of mint. I don't think this is the best place to plant mint. I killed mint last year in there, and I think I'm probably going to end up with the same result. It's not really getting the amount of water it needs, I don't think, but we'll see. Right, I've got 4 potato plants there left to harvest. They should be really good. And okay, let me show you the narangilla. So again, this is just starting to get some weird, those are the flowers of the narangilla. You see the fluffy white. This is another one of those lethal solanum plants, which I don't know whether you can see in there. Can you see the flower in there? A weird looking thing. But maybe we'll get some fruit this year. It's worth a try. Still got datura growing. These nice purple flowers. And we've got some yellow ones there as well. Absolutely gorgeous. Right, let's there's a load of sunflowers kicking around. Right, let's go back to the alley house. So there's some more snacking tomatoes here. Okay, my single seed potato challenge potatoes. I know some people have started harvesting already. I'm not going to harvest until these have died off on the top. But again, I was quite late in putting these in, so I've got a bit of time. My outdoor tomatoes, these are all bush varieties. At least I think they're all bush varieties, but they're doing okay. So we have the RAF tomatoes this year are doing okay. I think, okay, they split a bit there, probably be a little bit of overwatering, but hopefully they should be good. I've got one, possibly. Oh, I might harvest that one. Oh, yes. Okay, so that is my first RAF tomato. Look at that beauty. Colours. Wow. So this is supposed to be one of the most flavoursome tomatoes you can actually get. It's thought to be the most expensive tomato in the world, purely for the amount of money it costs to actually make it in the first place, because it's what they call fusiform resistant. So that's the resistente fusiforme. That's what RAF actually stands for. The other things we've got here is these nice Black Beauty, doing really well. I think these are, I can't remember what they were. I think it was a Red Dragon paste tomato. So these you can use for things like your tomato sauces and things. And we have again some more Black Beauty. And over here we have the first of the, okay, I'm going to harvest that one. That is the first of the Heinz 1350s. So these are supposed to be the tomatoes that are used for making tomato soup. Again, really nice looking. Hopefully they'll taste really good as well. My potato bucket here, let me have a look. Oh, some have actually reached the ground. I've got some greenery. So green potatoes are not good. I'm going to need to probably harvest this soon. Maybe I top that up with a bit more soil, just to make sure there's no green potatoes coming through. This was a really manky pink fir potato that I had left from last year. I had one left. It went into this pot on its own, and it seemingly has done really well. There's a lot of growth on the top, so I'm hoping, well, looking at the potatoes that are trying to make their way towards the surface there, hopefully they've done really well. Okay, the other brugmansia we've got here, again putting out these really nice white flowers. Plenty of absolutely gorgeous sunflowers. That's a teddy bear. I love the teddy bear varieties of sunflower. Lots and lots and lots of petals. And let me show you one of the more unusual plants I grew this year. So let me show, they've got the pineapple guava there. I was hoping I would have some fruit on this, but haven't seen any yet. It did give out some really gorgeous, nice flowers. Maybe I need another one. Do I need two? I've got one plant. Do I need two to actually make fruit? I'll have to look into that. Right. So this is a voodoo lily. This is the kind of the growth from the voodoo lily, and you get this really weird kind of. Now, are they seeds? I have no idea. Okay. The other thing that's growing in this pot is the Japanese toad lily, which is that absolutely gorgeous flower. So there's a few of these in here as well. Let me see if I can. Yeah. There we go. Look at that. Gorgeous. Okay. So I like my weird and wonderful plants, and that's one of the weird and wonderful plants I'm growing. I'm doing really well. The lilies looking absolutely knackered now. That temptation to chop them down at this point is there. I've still got some of the kind of these pink ones growing, but I'm leaving them for now because you're supposed to wait till the actual trunks, the stems go brown before you actually harvest them. That way you all of the nutrients that are above ground will hopefully go back to the bulbs. That's the kind of idea of it. So I'll be leaving them. You'll notice I've got lots of borage kicking around, which you can see here. The bees are absolutely loving it. While you've got borage, you'll have bees, and when you've got bees, a lot of the other things you want pollinating will also get pollinated. So plant some bees, plant some borage, you'll have bees. Right, let's have another look around. We have the Lysianthus. So I think that's going to be a flower. Maybe. I don't know. They've not done great. There's a lot of time taken to actually get not much. So I'm not sure I'll grow these next year unless I can get plug plants. Can you get plug plants of Lysianthus or the Japanese rose in the UK? I'm not sure. The mustards and chard that I've planted here, looks like the fox or something has been in there, but I need to give these a good water. It's looking a bit dry. The euphorbia, gorgeous looking plant. Again, I need to probably give the cotoneaster here a bit of a pruning just to make it a bit more manageable. But you're starting to get these little berries on them now, so they have these nice little red berries which the birds will like. The other euphorbia I've got in there is looking a bit knackered as well, so again we'll have to get rid of the old stuff that's in there. The dahlias are just starting to flower now. Again, these are quite late this year. Those white dahlias are the ones that are named Evelyn after my mum. Really nice. We've got a resurgence of the Debounton's kale, so we've got some new growth on that. Maybe the pigeons are leaving this alone now. Maybe there's a bit more for them to grow it to eat. The carrot bed, I've got carrots growing. I need again to get in there and get rid of the debris from the kale here. But I've got some carrots growing, so that's all good. Right. What did I forget to show you? Oh yeah, the pot of death, which isn't this cosmos, but look at those gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous flowers. But yeah, these are the castor bean plants, most toxic plant in the UK, or most toxic plant in the world. You get ricin from it, no known cure. Gorgeous. Right, let's see what else we've got left to show you. So the buddleia, this is the pink one, and it's gone over. It looks like it's reverting because that doesn't look pink. That actually looks purple. So this was supposed to be a pink variety. I'm sure I've only got, or is there two varieties in there? Have I planted two in the same pot? I can't remember. But this was originally a pink buddleia, and you can see it's all gone over now. Now maybe, so I chop those out and then do I get a second flourish? But look at that for a buddleia. They call it the butterfly bush, and you've got butterflies on it. So the buddleia here, a white variety that a lot of people across the world, across the UK at least, have bought over the last couple of years. You can see the bees are on it big time as well. Absolutely loving it. Right, so this here is the Tayberries and Loganberries, and I need to get in there and tie in the new canes. So these are the new canes on the floor. I'm getting really frustrated, not so much with the Loganberries because they're not sharp, but these absolutely lethal, lethal Tayberries. I might chop them out and just keep the Loganberries. They're tasty, they're flavoursome, but do I want to kind of carry on potentially lacerating myself? There's some more of the buddleia there. So nice. Right, the Clancy potatoes. So these were the potatoes I grew from seed. I'm getting more new growth there. That greenery. I thought this was starting to die off now, but it's doing really well. The aconitum here has all gone now, and this lilac, it's not lilac, sorry, this jasmine, winter jasmine, it's actually not winter jasmine, it's a summer jasmine. The smell is gorgeous, don't get me wrong, but this takes over. I need to get rid of it. Okay. Right. Okay, just a few bits left. So this whole pot of Nemesia, the dahlias have all died off, unfortunately. There's the odd flower still, but yeah, not much going on there. These ones from Gardener's World, though, really good. Although weird, they're reverting back to this kind of pure white. I'm not sure why that's happening. Yeah. Okay, let me see if I can show you off the end here. So we've got lots of On the right hand side here, there is some kale sprouts, and we've got some Siberian kale. We've got some Cavolo Nero. There is some scarlet and kind of normal curly kale there, and there is some kohlrabi a bit further up, but again it's looking a bit bedraggled. I don't know why. Maybe I need a bit more water. We'll see what happens. The dahlia here is doing okay. Again, nice little flowers. I've got some methy fenugreek to harvest, flavour some. And I've got a second flush of the Weigelia. So strawberries and cream, really nice. The lilies again have gone over, so again waiting for them to die down before we harvest them. And I've just chopped down again the joster berries. I'm not sure whether to keep them. I don't want to keep them, I don't think. I can actually regain this bit of land, put some decent pots in and things like that. Maybe even put a greenhouse or something on here. No, I won't put a greenhouse. Just maybe get the ground back and put some raised beds and things in, maybe, like we've got there. The tomatillos looking a bit knackered now. You can see there plenty of fruit's been dropped, so I need to harvest that today, get that. Right, and the other buddleia. So there's two more buddleia. So there's a bright dark purple one, and then they've got this really light purple one as well. Really pretty. So I've got 4 colours of buddleia, again doing really well. Right, into the bit here, and my parsnips are still doing okay. Plenty of top growth at least. Hopefully that means there's something underneath. And the mango wurzel that I planted, again top growth, so hopefully something's going on underneath. And yeah, we've got some nice little beetroot still growing. So I've harvested some already, left the rest to grow. And again here as well, some nice little beetroot growing. The tomatoes on the top, I don't think I'll bother growing anything in this really limited amount of soil. It's not going to work, at least it won't work for tomatoes. That being said, these nice little sweet pea ones, really nice. So I think I might just have some, I don't know, I might just put some pots in here. Just kind of put pots along, flowers and things, maybe, I don't know. The ice plant, now last year I had it inside the polytunnel and I got lots of leaves and no flowers. Now out here with limited water, I'm getting lots of flowers, not many leaves. But look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. You've got these really pretty leaves as well. So I might try and grow this again. Whether I grow it outside, I don't know. But look at that. Amazing looking plant. Right. Into the jalapeno house. So this one here is a self-seeded. It's either self-seeded or one that I didn't take out from last year, or at least I didn't take the seeds out from last year. That there is a callaloo, and I'm going to probably harvest some of it because callaloo in terms of the leaves, you can use it like spinach. They taste really, really good. Caribbean plant. So this is a green callaloo, which is majority of the callaloo that's grown in the Caribbean, in Jamaica, places like that, is this green callaloo. Not sure it usually gets this big though. That's quite impressive. You see it's a member of the amaranth family, hence it's got this great big flower spike on the top of it. Massive looking plant though, really nice, impressive. I bet the roots go down a bit as well. Right, let's have a look at the jalapenos. So we've got these really nice jalapeno big pit purple tiger crosses. Again, not sure how stable the actual type is. We've got these absolutely gorgeous mammoth jalapenos, really nice. There's some orange ones. Again, I need to start harvesting some of these. There's a black one there at the back, and there. We've got the Telica one here. I think I'm going to have to start harvesting some of these and making some nice, I don't know, stuffed chilies. I'll get some nice, really nice soft cheese and put those in. We've got the orange ones at the back there, and also the white one as well. The wasabi is doing its thing. I've left it, I'm just giving it plenty of water, hence why it's so moist around here. You've got this kind of moss growing bits and pieces. Right, so now these are the long chili challenge chilies, or at least one of the plants. I did plant a few different ones. I've got vindaloo growing in the polytunnel. I've also got a Chinese long one. They're doing, yeah, some of the cayenne varieties grow quite long as well. But these are my Joe's long cayenne, and you can see this one here. I'm not sure how long that one is yet. I'll have to get a tape measure out. So we're going to measure from where the stem meets it to the end of the chili. The smaller ones, I think I'm going to harvest some of these and make some jam, chili jam off these. Now this was down as Thunder Mountain. That is not Thunder Mountain. That is more likely to be a Total Eclipse. Definitely a Total Eclipse. Oh god, slugs have been at that one. And this one here is the Thunder Mountain. So you get really quite thin, but they kind of wrinkle a bit, so they're more difficult to measure. Like this. Oh. So Thunder Mountain. It's a thinner chili, a bit more like the Vindaloo. But yeah, does grow quite long, but it's not as easy to measure. But again, yeah, some of these other ones I'm going to start harvesting, I think. The Total Eclipse ones. So these are the ones for the yield. So I'm going to bring a pair of scales tomorrow to the plot, and I'm going to take it plant by plant and see how much I've actually got on each plant. From the back, I'll call them kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at the front here, so I can figure out exactly which one I'm harvesting from. The aubergines in here need a feed, quite an extensive feed actually. They're looking a bit calcium deficient, so I think I need to give them a bit of a feed before they start trying to put out, oh yeah, they're putting out flowers already and fruit. And that one there is the Anchor Sunrise. Again, a really nice chili, really nice kind of Thai type chili, really quite flavoursome again. Right, again the cucumbers growing in here in the hanging baskets. I'm not going to be doing that again. Absolute disaster, I think. But those are things that happen. And again, over there as well, the cucumbers have absolutely failed big time. Still, such is life. That's what happens. Okay, right. So I'm looking very red in the face. It's currently 31 degrees in this jalapeno house. It's been kind of high 20s, early 30s for most of today. So yeah, it's a hot one, but plenty going on, as you've seen. Few disasters, few really good things happening, but most things are still growing and something to feel good about. It's not a particularly bad year so far. Fingers crossed, the everything that we're growing at the moment will get to the end of the season and actually be harvested. I'm hoping the pumpkins will last till Halloween, because it's really nice to have some pumpkins around for the grandchildren and things for Halloween. But I guess I won't be too sad if it doesn't. Halloween is that time when there's always going to be plenty of pumpkins around. But it's always nice to have some of my own, and I've already got some. Even though I want to get some really huge ones, I've already got some, so not the end of the world. Right, that is the tour for today. I'll give you a quick chili update and polytunnel tour probably tomorrow. It's a bit late now. That sun's directly behind me. There we go, that's better. So I'll give you a bit of a polytunnel tour tomorrow, and I'll show you kind of some of the things that are going on. Okay, that's it for now. So all the best, guys. Take care. Bye bye.